Cricket is a leading provider of innovative, value-driven wireless services. We're a wholly owned subsidiary of Leap Wireless International. We participate in the prepaid wireless market. We offer no contract, unlimited wireless services in all 50 states, which includes voice, text, data, and music downloads. We launched a new product called Move Music, which enables our customers to download as much music as they want within the same plan. We also offer broadband internet service as well as a pay-as-you-go product called our PayGo product. We operate in 35 states, including the District of Columbia, and currently have almost 6 million customers. Over the last 2.5 years, Cricket has undergone a tremendous business system transformation on the back end. We implemented a new billing system, a new supply chain management system, new point-of-sale system, all leading to a more complex environment for us to manage. We expanded our regulatory scope a great deal over the last few years, and it's become very difficult to manage in our existing function. Our processes were very manual in nature. We dealt primarily with spreadsheets, manual data reconciliations. From a point in time, we'd obtain each of the data about once a quarter, then we'd have to do our own analytics over the data to determine access violations, as well as circulate the information to business owners to review. A few things we looked at was scoping. Where were we going to start with? I mean, we have a lot of systems, but we wanted to focus on a regulatory environment first. That's what we're going to drive. So all of our operating systems, supporting operating systems, databases, and applications were going to be included in scope, which is about 60 applications and roughly 150 plus servers and probably about 35 databases, somewhere right in there. One consideration we had, how we handle third-party systems that we're responsible to maintain logical access for, but we don't have a direct way to integrate with that system. We would have to look at alternative forms of extracting user entitlements, user information to consume into a centralized system so we can implement access control policy management as well as user certification process. Some of the approach considerations are a big bang versus a phased rollout. We were able to monitor access violations in real time versus quarterly in a point in time. The overhead to run these access control monitoring procedures are very minimal. You create the rule, you just monitor the job to completion every day. It sends you systematic results if any violation is to occur, so it's very hands-off. Both our internal and external auditors we've demonstrated to them that this system can be relied on. Now they're relying on the system to verify the results to a lot of their control work versus having to do the manual analytic procedures like we did independently. Now they're actually relying on the tool to be a source system for them. Total time in weeks to complete the QAR. We were able to, the pre-IDMS from inception to completion was about 8 weeks. We've done a shrinkage to about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks now, so it's about a 5 to 6 week reduction in just the time, which is a huge win for us. Total time in hours to complete the quarterly access review. This is my team's time that would take quarterly, so we went from about 280 hours to 32 hours, and the 280 hours is usually spawned between 2 analysts. And now we got it down there, Ellie, to about 32 hours, and this was in our first quarter, so there was just a lot of kind of learning how to kick off the reviews and kind of how to make it more efficient. We probably got it. Looking at, kind of lessons learned. Understand your identity authoritative sources is the first thing I would recommend to any company looking at going with this solution. You got to make sure you have in a perfect world, you have a single identity source for all contractors and employees where they're entered into the system. All the key attributes about this person's population, who their supervisor is, what department they do, and all these key attributes that you can then unify across to your environment. Then you have to make sure you have some common attribute where you can link this information. For us, luckily, our HR system derives their